which is Governor Hogan's plan to ease Capital Beltway and I-270 congestion, suffered a major blow yesterday when the Washington Council of Governments Transportation Planning Board removed the toll lane plan from a key list of transportation projects because of environmental concerns. Mike, what can you tell us about this?
Well, this is the continued saga of Montgomery County, where we don't like transportation, but we don't actually have any solutions to make transportation better. And so the challenge with this is now, usually we do that and it's a conversation we have amongst ourselves. And so, okay, it's crazy, but we all choose to live here and our politicians can't figure out how to have the right conversation. Unfortunately, now they've gone to the Council of Governments and this has made it a regional conversation. And so now you brought in other jurisdictions that now have to weigh in and figure out how to do this. And we're basically asking them to pick sides, and it's especially at a place where it's the biggest choke point in the region. We know people can't get across the American Legion Bridge, and now you're forcing people from the side from Virginia and Maryland to take sides as to whether or not we should actually address what's been an issue for the last 40 years. And it's crazy. And rather than come out there with a solution, which Montgomery County rarely, if ever, does, we're right back there again. So we've managed to convince everybody to vote against this. We don't have a solution for how we're going to address the American Legion Bridge, but we voted it down. And so Montgomery County is sitting right where it usually does. No solution, and transportation just getting worse.
Well, Phil, Mike hinted at this. I mean, the COG action came at the request of County Executive Mark Elrich, and it seems that Mark is just reflective of all the top leadership in Montgomery County. Is they hate automobiles and they want to punish people for using them. Is that where we are?
Well, the COG is one of the more useless groups in this area, and that's saying a lot because of this. Going back to our last point, they're the people who've mandated that it be 55 on the Beltway when clearly the road is capable of having a lot more. So the next time you get pulled over for going 60 and a 55, thank COG for that. But let's also ask ourselves this question, especially if you're Governor Hogan. Your job is to lead the state of Maryland. Your job is to improve transportation in the state of Maryland. This has been one of your signature initiatives. To let this group of do-nothings derail your initiative, it reflects negatively on you. And if I were sitting in his position, I would say, well, it's nice what that group of navel gazers wants to do, but we're actually going to build this. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to improve transportation in the state of Maryland.
Well, the odd thing here, Mike, you can comment on this, is it seems that the action that COG took really just affects federal funding of the roadway. And that if the governor wants to go forward with these plans, he can go forward with the plans, but the state of Maryland and Maryland taxpayers are going to have to pay for the road improvements and not get any assistance from the federal government.
No, that's exactly right. It does have some other, as far as EPA requirements and things like that it now brings into play. But no, the state can now go ahead. And so what Montgomery County now has done is said, great, we'll just shoulder the burden on our own. And so now we've increased the taxpayers' burden in Montgomery County for the state and the governor to move forward with a project that should go forward. And interestingly, it's in an era of trying to find some element of bipartisanship. This project, especially the American Legion Bridge, was actually jointly signed off by the Democratic governor in the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Republican governor in the state of Maryland. And so it actually is a project that shows that we can bring people together until they get to Montgomery County.
Well, I think it's very interesting because we do have an election coming up next year. I believe this will become a hot issue in that election as people challenge, just as it was in the year 2000, when people were on either side of whether the ICC should be built, became a hot election issue, and people who opposed the ICC lost in those elections. So I think this is a dangerous territory for our county leadership to be taking. In any event, we're going to choke on traffic until we all die, I imagine. When we come back from this short break, parting shots.